Let us have another example wherein the coefficient are decimals. We have 0.4x squared minus 0.3x equals 0.2. The first thing that we're going to do is to make these decimals an integer. So since the place value is tenths, so I'll multiply this all of them by 10. By multiplying this by 10, 0.4x squared minus 0.3x equals 0.2. The product will be 4x squared minus 3x equals 2. And then we're going to make the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term equal to 1. So we're going to find for the reciprocal of 4, which is 1/4. Multiply it to all of the terms. The product will now be x squared minus 3/4 x equals 1/2, the lowest term of 2/4. And then we're going to find for the constant that will make the left side member of the equation a perfect square. 3/4, negative 3/4 times 1/2 is negative 3/8. And then square it, that will be 9/64. And that will be the constant that should be added to both sides of the equation. So we have x squared minus 3/4 x plus 9/64 equals 9/64 plus 1/2. And then factoring this, since this is already a perfect square, the factors are x minus 3/8 square. And then the sum of these fractions will be 64 divided by 2 is 32 times 1 is 32 plus 9 is 41. Since this is already a perfect square, we can get the square root of both sides by extracting the roots. We will have the square root of the left side will be x minus 3/8. The right side will be plus or minus the square root of 41 all over 8. Since they have the same denominator, I can combine it into a single fraction as x is equal to 3 plus or minus the square root of 41 all over 8, which is our roots. Now in checking, let us find out if the roots are correct. Let's try to find out and check the positive root. So our original equation by substitution will now be 0.4 times the positive root is 3 plus the square root of 41 all over 8 squared minus 0.3 times 3 plus the square root of 41 all over 8 equals 0.2. Now squaring this first and then finding for the fraction equivalent of 0.4, that will be 4/10. Squaring this will be 9 plus 6 times the square root of 41 plus 41 all over 64 minus the equivalent fraction of 0.3 is 3/10. 3 plus the square root of 41 all over 8 equals 0.2. Now, combining this first, 4/10, we will have 50 plus 6 times square root of 41 all over 64 minus, then we can multiply this now. 9 plus 3 times the square root of 41 all over 80 equals 0.2. We can divide this because we can simplify this into 5 and 2. And then 2 and 64 have a common factor, so this will be 32. 32 and this have a common factor also. This will be 25, this will be 16, this will be 3. Now, 16 times 5 is 80. So we have the numerator as 25 plus 3 times square root of 41 minus 9 plus 3 times square root of 41 all over 80 equals 0.2. They have the same denominator, so we can combine this. 25 minus 9 is 16. Square root 3 times square root of 41 minus 3 times square root of 41, we can cancel this. So this will be now 16 over 80 equals 0.2. When we divide this, 16 divided by 80 is equal to 0.2 and 0.2. The negative root is left for you to check if the answer is correct. All you need to do is change this positive into negative, and then the same procedure. That's all.